Hey guys, C-Dub here, and this is probably going to be a little bit of a drunken review. Maybe my first one, maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, been drinking on vodka. Just got done with the Avengers review, and I said I'm going to do this one, so let's get on with this review. And what I'm going to do is review Spawn 1 through 4, the whole Wishes arc. So anyway, I'm going to start with issue 1. Issue 1 is pretty much about Spawn becoming who he is, trying to find out who he is, I should say. And you see him going through his memories, his past memories of how he became who he is, how he became Spawn at least. And he's going through the whole deal he had with Malebolgia. And it was for this girl. He doesn't know the girl's name. He doesn't know who she is yet. That does not happen in this first issue. It's just hinted at. And he wanted to come back for this girl. And that's pretty much what this first issue is. And you also get a little action, see what he can do a little bit in this first issue when he takes down the rapist and whatever. And you also get hinted as to who killed him. It's not said, we don't find out till a little later. I also want to talk about Sam and Twitch a little bit. They're just going to be hinted at each issue, I think from 1 through 3 at least. I don't know if they're in issue 4. But you see the little interaction here. And I'm also, on this review, I'm also going to talk about how I felt about the issue. This, that, and the other. I felt the audio and pacing could have been a little better, especially the audio, which I have been struggling with because sometimes I use my headphones, sometimes I use the TV, sometimes I use just the regular computer. I gotta really work on getting that audio issue to like consistent at least. So I know sometime it'll be quieter and then a louder part will appear. I want to get that fixed. Hopefully I'm getting it better in issue 5. Issue 6, hopefully we really get it down to how I want it. But I'm using my laptop too, which is different. I'm not using a speaker thing, so I use just their sounds. I just gotta figure that sound thing out. And also for this issue, I really did not want to voice Twitch. I didn't want to voice him. There's a little behind the scenes thing here. I tried to get somebody else to voice him, but nobody really was doing what I wanted. And I just said, I'm going to do it because I really want to get this out. And this was the only voice left. Some people actually like my Twitch. I'm not as big on Twitch. Like, his voice is it's different, as you can see from the Spawn to the Twitch one. I hope you guys like it. But it's very different type of voice. And some people like it. Some people say it's funny. Everybody says Twitch is a riot. They think he's funny. I'm glad because I really was shot in the dark type of thing. I was just like, okay, somebody's got to voice it. I'll voice it. I'll give it my best shot. And I thought that voice would pass at least. And that's how we got that. So anyway, let's go to issue 2. Oh, I did leave out also as well about you won't see Spawn's face till the end of the issue really, and you see that he's this monster. He's not human anymore. And so on to issue 2. Issue 2, we start out actually with the Violator, and they bring out this character, and he's this crazy over the top kind of dude. As you can see in like the first couple of pages, he's not really normal. If you want to define normal, it's definitely not him. He's really out there. And he starts talking to a cat, so you can just see how crazy he is. And as for Spawn, he realizes he has a wife, and now he's trying to get to his wife. And he also figures out that Jason Wynn is responsible for his death. But right now, he's really trying to get to his wife and trying to figure out his powers and trying to see if his powers can make him whole. He hasn't got the hang of it. He actually turns white when he's a black person. So he's really trying to get the hang of it. At the end of this issue, him and the Violator meet up, have a little back and forth thing, and he also sees him from the church, but they really meet up at the end and they just talk back and forth, and he just goes away. But you can tell that they're hinting at this battle here and there. And also what the Violator also does in this issue is he goes out, starts killing these gang members. The reason he kills these gang members is he's trying to get Malebolgia's attention. He's trying to be rewarded by Malebolgia, and he really wants that recognition that Malebolgia gives. He wants to, be noticed by him and be rewarded, I guess. I'll probably give a rating for this at the end for the whole Wishes arc. I'll just give you guys another behind the scenes type of tip thing or whatever. It was hard actually finding the person to play Violator, but Billy killed it. I really like Billy's Violator, but it was really hard to find the person who I wanted to play him. And that was actually a reason I came out a little later. It's because I couldn't find a Violator for him. So I was glad I was eventually able to find one. So that's why this one took a while. And you're going to figure out why the third one took a while right now. So in the third one, we find out his wife's name is Wanda Blake, and he has to go to the agency because the agency has all this information, and he's with the CIA that's been gone over, and he has to go back to the agency to find out the information, find out where she lives, and this, that, and the other. But Spawn can't turn into his regular self, so because he keeps turning into the white guy, he doesn't turn into Al Simmons yet. He hasn't figured out how to get that, or control that at least. And when he goes there, he just goes in there having some sort of plan to try and, I guess, hint at it. But the file does tell him that Terry is married to Wanda. It says that in the file, but I guess he didn't believe it until he saw it with his own eyes. I guess he had to see it for himself. And he sees that she has a kid now. She has a whole steady family, and that kind of blows his mind right then and there. And I guess from a reader's perspective, I mean, I know it now, it doesn't hit me as much, but reading it, getting into Spawn, I guess that would hit me, because you kind of want him to succeed. If you go off the first two issues, you're thinking, oh, okay, he's going to eventually get back to her, just take her out. Maybe she's single, this, that, and the other. But no, she has a wife. She has Terry, she has a kid, and they have a whole family together. So they're actually pretty stable right now. They're living a good life right now. And I don't like Terry. I'm just going to keep it real. I don't like Terry. Fuck Terry. I've never liked Terry. And I didn't like Wanda until I figured out some more things. And it even states that he says that he can't have kids with Wanda, but you'll figure out that maybe that's not that true later on. That he can have kids. It's just something that Spawn did, which is why I can't really fault Wanda for doing that, because Spawn did some things. He did some things, and you'll figure that out when we get to it. But anyway, he goes there, he figures out that they're stable, and he doesn't want to ruin that, so he eventually leaves, and it messes with his mind, because the whole deal was that he'd be able to meet his wife and be with his wife, but Malebolgia never just said that you'd be able to meet him. That doesn't mean she doesn't have a family, she hasn't moved on. He didn't know that. He didn't know that she has moved on, she has a family and all this. Malebolgia did. He withheld that information. He said, yeah, you can see her if you do this, that, and the other, but you're still going to have to become the Spawn. You're still going to have to carry all these powers, this curse with you, and you're not going to be able to be with Wanda. Yeah, you can see her, but you can't be with her, so what's the point? And so he's pretty much mad, cursing himself, and then the Violator, he comes waltzing through, and they get into a little fight and a little scuffle here and there. So that goes all the way into the fourth one, which I'm about to get into. The reason the third one took this long, a little behind the scene, I guess, whatever, I couldn't find a Wanda for it. There's going to be a lot of reasons why these issues took so long, and they just coincidentally happened to fall near the holiday thing. So I was just like, I'm finished a day or two before. I might as well wait till the 4th of July. I might as well wait till Christmas. Might as well wait till Halloween. All that happened because of that. The only one that was actually planned was the first one. I did want that on Halloween, but everything else just happened to fall on a holiday. So that's why they started coming out on the holidays. Anyway, on to the fourth one. Alright, the fourth one. Rocka's hitting it hard here. Alright, let's do this. In the fourth one, this is pretty much just a big fight scene. And the Violator and Spawn, they're battling back and forth this whole fight. Eventually, Malebolgia breaks it up and says it's enough, this, that, and the other, because they're really going nowhere. They're just taking off each other's arm, taking out each other's heart, but they're both regenerating, so it's not doing anything. They're just fighting in a circle, and that's just doing too much. Honestly, it was doing too much for anybody, not just Malebolgia. So he breaks it up and says to Spawn that either way, he's going to win, because you're either going to use your powers or you're just going to just stand there, do nothing, and just fade into non-existence. So he's pretty much going to win at the end. He knows that Spawn will use his powers. He knows that he's going to get what he wants right now. And you'll see later on that they're going to have their whole little thing about that. But right now, Malebolgia is pretty much saying he's going to win. No matter what you do, I'm going to win. And of course, the Violator, he tries to get a little shine, tries to say, I took out all these gang members, and I want some recognition. I want a reward. I want something. I want to be acknowledged for what I've done. And that doesn't go good for him. He pretty much grounds him. Or he grounds him, and he loses his powers, and that's it. Malebolgia goes off. Bond and the Violator, they don't even fight, they just go their separate ways. I think this actually led to the Violator miniseries, I'm not sure. But that was pretty much the end of this issue. Nothing spectacular here and there, mainly just the fight between Spawn and the Violator. And you set up to issue 5 and see how the rest is going to go. So that's pretty much the whole Riches arc. 1 to 3 sets it up. You get the fight at the end of the 4th one, and you get a little bit more Malebolgia. And I gotta say, for the first 4 arcs, the first 4 issues, I have to put myself back into that time and read it like I don't know nothing, instead of reading it when I already know the stuff. I guess I'll give this about an 8.5 out of 10. I think that's fair enough for Spawns 1 through 4. I think that's a good rating for it. And I'll probably give more ratings for other issues as it goes by. I'll talk about issue 5 eventually after I do 6 and 7. I actually almost have a lot of the lines for 6, so 6 hopefully doesn't come out that long. And yeah, once 6 comes out, 7 will be pretty much right behind it, because it's not that many extras. It's just a couple actors I got, and that'll be it. So yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for this review. Trying to see if I'm leaving anything out. Just subscribe, like the channel if you enjoyed this. If you want me to do more reviews and a little behind the scenes thing, let me know. And I'm gonna try to get the audio fixed, like I said, because that's been the issue from these whole things. I gotta check out 5 again. I haven't really watched it since the first time I put it up. But yeah, anyway, that's it. See you guys later.